Hello, my name's Sarita, and I'm speaking to you today from Soulhenge. And I'm here to help you understand the truth about who you are. Now, what I'd like to share with you today is the many, many benefits of meditation and why I think everybody should try meditation in their lives. Obviously, you've got the normal scientifically proven things like it reduces blood pressure, it helps you to sleep, it increases brain coherence, calms down your beta brain waves, reducing stress. It promotes wellness. It makes people's hearts expand and it makes them feel more peaceful and respond more mindfully to their day-to-day situations. So you've got all of those kind of things. But also for me, there are some really deep reasons, some really important reasons why meditating is just so amazing. And this is what I'd like to share with you today. So the first reason is, for me, meditating stops me and people who I know meditate from feeling as if they are victims of their circumstances. And that is because what meditating does is it makes you self-aware. So you become more aware of the thoughts and feelings that you have in your subconscious mind, which essentially is a program that may be running the show for you, that may be running your life. And this is because what's been discovered is that 97% of the thoughts that we think every day, so the way we think and feel and the way we create our day, is run by a program. And that's massively disempowering if you're living by the program. But when you meditate, what happens is you light up the frontal lobe of your brain, which is, it's the master of your brain. It's the thing that runs the show. And that frontal lobe begins to work from present moment awareness and create your life. And as the frontal lobe is lit up and thinking, you become aware of the subconscious programs that have been running you. So basically, your frontal lobe allows you to see the way you have been living. And so that awareness gives you power and it stops you being a victim, because once you're aware of your subconscious programs, then you can begin to change them and you can begin to live from present moment awareness through the workings, through the lighting up of your frontal lobe. And that's one of the most important things that meditation does for you. It makes you aware of your subconscious programs. And the thing about these subconscious programs is, what's been discovered, if you listen to someone like Bruce Lipton, is that basically from the ages of 0 to 7, we are essentially programmable. And we are programmed through the opinions, thoughts, and projections of, our teachers, our church, our parents, all of those people. And so a lot of our programs about ourselves are actually nothing to do with how we actually think and feel. They're just programs that have been downloaded from our teachers, parents and ministers, and we've carried them through as if they were our truths, and we've been running on automatic pilot. So if, for example, you failed a test at school and you were told you're rubbish at mathematics when you were young, that program has been downloaded into your brain, and you might go through your whole life believing that, because 97% of what you're doing is running from this subconscious program, when in actual fact you're an amazing mathematician, but you just stilted yourself. You stopped yourself dead because you had this belief system that was set up from when you were young. So that's the most amazing thing about meditating. It lights up your frontal lobe, which is the control center of your brain, and makes you aware of your subconscious programs, and thereby allows you to begin to recreate yourself and recreate your reality from the present moment, from who you really are as a creative being. Okay, so that's the first reason. The second reason why I love meditating, it shows you that you are not separate from anything, that we are all one part of this great unified source of love. Now, Why does it do that? How does it show you that? Because when you become still and you go within for meditation, and this can be any type of meditation, you know, different meditations work for different people, but when you're still and you go within, you begin to see yourself and feel yourself as a conscious presence, and you begin to activate different types of perceptions within you. So you're not using touch, taste, sound, you know, smell, all, you know, 5 normal senses. And so what you do is you go within and you begin to expand your sensory perceptions, and you begin to see that you are a consciousness, and you begin to realize that there is a whole dimensionality to you that is within you. So you are not just encased in this physical body. You are not just a third dimensional being. And as you begin to feel the space within you and the consciousness within you, you also begin to expand your consciousness outwards, and your awareness begins to sense this massive consciousness which is beyond yourself. And that's an extraordinary thing, because when you begin to perceive that everything is one thing vibrating at different frequencies, because that's the way you begin to really perceive things once you start meditating, you begin to see that your neighbor is not different from you, that the person down the road is not different from you, that your dog is not different from you, that that table has a consciousness and that is not different from you, that the earth that you're on, the plants that you eat, all have consciousness. And so you begin to live your life in a more unified way, knowing that you are connected to all things. Now imagine if everybody in the whole world believed and understood that they were all one thing. You know, you wouldn't go to war against yourself. You wouldn't commit an act of violence against yourself. You would start to treat other people the way that you wanted to be treated, and so you would understand, and you know, there would be more humility in the world and less judgment, and the world would be an extraordinary place if people could only understand, if all people could only understand that we are all one thing, that we are all part of source consciousness. So that's the second reason why meditating is so amazing. So the third reason why meditating is so good for you, it sparks your intuition. Now, why is it important to have your intuition, you know, evolved? Because what happens when you live from your intuition is life becomes extraordinarily easeful for you. What's happening is we're living these really frenetic lives, and we are quite centered in our egoic brains. You know, we're in sort of survival mode, and we've been conditioned to live from this left-brained awareness. Now, that's all very good when you're going around in your day-to-day life, but actually, if you can quieten your mind and you can come to a still place within you, what happens is you begin to hear the whispers of intuition. You know, those are your gut instincts. Those are the things that are telling you, turn right, not left. Ooh, that's an amazing idea. I think that's really going to help you in your life. That person's a good friend. Don't go near that person. It's probably going to be to your detriment. You hear these whisperings of intuition, and essentially they are the whisperings from your higher self. And the only way you can hear intuition is to quiet all of the other noise in your mind. You need to be able to come to a place of stillness. And as you listen more and more to your intuition, you will find that as you go about your life, you will make better and better decisions, and things will just come to you. You will experience more and more synchronicities, and your life will flow and it will become easier. So that's another amazing reason to quieten your mind and move into meditation. And the last reason why meditating is so good for you, because it's fun to find out that you are a conscious creator manifesting your reality in every moment. Because what happens when you start to still your mind, when you start to see the workings of your own inner being, is you begin to have this understanding that you are creating your existence from the inside out, that you can fabricate change in your external reality just by changing how you feel on the inside. And that's so massively empowering, because you can change your state of being by your thoughts alone. It's an absolutely incredible supernatural power that we have. But unless you can come into a place where you understand yourself in the quietness of your inner being, where you can come into a place of self-awareness about how your mind works, your subconscious programming and your conscious self. Unless you can come into a place where you understand that you are source consciousness and connected to all things everywhere, you won't get that you are a manifesting creator, because that is what you are. So, and that's just so fun when you realize that, because you can change your reality. So those are my main reasons for meditating. And I would encourage everybody on the whole planet to meditate. And I have seen so many people who just didn't believe what meditating could do for them, and have come to my class and been changed forever, changed in their health, changed in their perception about things, changed in their relationships. It's such an incredible thing to do. So thanks for listening, and I hope this inspires you to go away and try meditating for yourself.